All right, guys, give me a 1 second. Hey, guys. Hello. Hey, Sherry. Cree's crazy life. I'm so freaked out by this news that I keep trying to turn my phone off instead of the volume down.
Don't worry, it just makes me stutter.
Okay, I'm not gonna laugh.
Get it out now. And
Wait.
definitely, I wrote it in the comments, but for sure, trigger warning.
Oh, this is beyond the trigger warning. Let me find my chat. I mean, it's kind of like a bittersweet, like, at least she's been identified and her family can find some type of closure, but. Whew.
It's going to be a long road for closure. This is crazy.
Yeah. Tell you what, hate to say it, but you learn a lot of stuff on the dark web.
Yeah, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, well, this article makes me want to dig a little further. Hi, Tang. Hi, Jessica. It just makes me kind of want to dig a little further now that we have a new piece to the puzzle. Oh, it's so. Oh.
Well, with the new confirmation, I feel like there's a lot that can be looked into deeper now.
Yeah, well, at least she's been found. Yeah, they missed you the other night. I said they were joking around saying that you and Hummingbird took off on your own channel. I'm like, she unplugged for a couple days, guys. Hey, Nita. Woo. Girl, you were on the same page as us today. You were like reading minds.
Take a little step back, breathe.
Yeah, we're going to wait a couple minutes.
Sorry.
Before we get into this update on Cassidy Rainwater, may she rest in peace. But what we need to do is we need to get a hold of Golf Club Boy. I'm just going to tell him I want to try his golf clubs out, see if I can get a response. So tell them, what is your message to Sheriff Rice again? I need a good laugh before we start this.
Oh, yeah. So, Sheriff Rice, you know how you said that we're just internet sleuths and we like to chill in our basements with our box wine and our Cheetos because everything that we're saying 99.9999999% of the time is bullshit? You can shove it up your ass.
Oh, I'm going to shove those little cheese balls up your butt, Sheriff Rice. I hope you're listening.
Like, honestly, don't
Can we
put
go to
into
jail
a
for
news
something like
outlet.
this?
In my
Hey,
opinion,
Vanilla.
you can shove it up your ass. There we go.
Vanilla, we were on the same page today, girl.
You're probably the only one who's prepared for what's about to happen.
Yeah, she's prepared. I gave Kaz a little bit of a warning, but not like much. I was just like, yeah, Cassidy's been identified. Oh gosh, Nilla. Oh. I might have to put duct tape on my face through this part of this.
Yeah, I'm over here shaking already.
I'm going to say this, guys, too, and nothing against vegans or vegetarians, but we're going to show a couple pictures. If anyone has a problem with deceased deers that kind of look like stuffed animals, and I'm telling you, this is not James Phelps' first time doing this. I'm starting to think that Norton, I don't know. I mean, that dude spilled the beans, man. He was just like,
yeah, from the beginning, I felt like they're both evil, but Timothy, there's something a little softer about him. And I'm going to go out here and be the one to say, I know we don't appreciate what they've done because they are horrible, wretched people and there's no excuse for it. But at the end of the day, I can always appreciate when they can at least tell you what happened or where to find the body, because without that, a lot of times there might not be closure. So Thank you to him for at least coming out and having the balls to say what he did.
Yeah, big balls, because I'll tell you what, who knows how long it would have been to find that little place in the middle of Moon Valley Road. I still want to know though, who was that image on that guy's property where that girl was like hunched over by that little water bend? Makes
Right.
you
And
wonder now. It makes
where's
you
the guy
wonder,
who lit everything on fire?
right? Yeah, Anita, it's good, but just like when we'll read all the details, but we even have the PDF files on these guys, but ugh. And then we start nitpicking on how much this stuff costs. Like, where do you get the money for this, dude? Like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah,
He's a,
because we looked at the machines. There are thousands of dollars.
and I thought that what was he again? Didn't he work in a church supposedly?
So, from what I've found during my research, and then also what pointed me in that direction was a comment that said he was actually a clergyman. And when I found him, that's true, he was.
That's right. He's a clergyman. That's right.
Yeah, Vanilla, there are up to 13 other bodies.
Yeah,
So,
13 other bodies. Remember, guys, and it's funny the choice of pictures that they put on the front of this video. Because we don't have two van options. We have two van options. One might be the pickup truck though, but that van, what if this really is going to tie into the Springfield 3? I know that's a little far fetched, but
the timeline, I'm
holy
sorry, there's
shit.
so much. The timeline from when they lived at that house, those cars being on that property, those women going missing the same year, that's when they acquired the property. It's so much. And then not even that, but everything we've pieced together with some of the other missing girls in the area.
Yeah.
They're following each other too closely.
Let's look at the math one more time again tonight because not it's just all fitting into place now. I wish somebody could pull that CDL record. I can't find it on him. But he's a petty theft. We pulled up Norton to see James Phelps is really hidden, but we did find him at the end. But Norton has an animal abuse charge on him, which I thought was kind of a little disturbing considering that's where most weirdos start off abusing animals. We'll save Phelps' background for the next update because I think stuff's going to start spilling now that this is out because
Yes,
this is
court dates.
insane.
Court's coming up very fast.
And they got both court dates. It's almost like back to back or the day after the next day they go to court. But I'm really curious, guys. I'm only going to ask one question because I'm curious what you guys were thinking of in the side chat, but I'm not going to say what I think because I don't want to be hung. What do you guys think of the Kyle Rittenhouse? Who's watching the trial? Because I'm in there with 45,000 people fighting with him all day in between clients. Hey, Kim W. Do you guys think he's not guilty or you think he's guilty? I'm just curious because I really have no. I
I
think he
see
honestly is a
not
scared little boy
guilty.
right now. And it's like, why? The only thing I have to say is, why wasn't he charged as a 17-year-old?
What do you mean? For the gun?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
just,
can explain that actually. So in Wisconsin, you have pretty much the right to have a farm, right? Well, whenever a dad is out there working on his farm, generally you would have your son. And so the dad might have a gun, but say he's in a predicament where he can't get to his. The son would then have the right to use his weapon. So it's kind of a old school, kind of pre-era history type situation where it's common thing. Everybody can have a gun.
oh, okay. Yeah, it's taken a while, and I noticed today when they came out, almost getting that mistrial, but the judge, it's like he reminds me of my grandpa.
Oh, it's
Just
been entertaining.
yeah, the judge reminds me of my grandpa. All right, guys, so let's just listen to this video. I haven't even watched this video yet, and just see. But I really find it interesting the picture that they put in the front of this. Is that the Springfield 3 van? Oh gosh. Let me check my volume so I don't blow your guys' ears out. Getting old is rough. Yeah, I have no say, Kyle. I think the whole thing is just it's just like a whole bunch of things that just collided for the kid, but it kind of makes you think you wish the kid would have stayed home. So, let's see. Court docs reveal plot to kill Rainwater. All right, guys, trigger warning from here on out. It's just going to be trigger warning after trigger warning after trigger warning after trigger warning. We ready? Hey, Donna. Here we go. Now's your time to exit, guys. Boogeyman's coming. I'm only kidding. Is that wrong to even say? The
I
boogeyman's
think so.
coming. Yeah, guys, boogeymen are real.
The hottest deals of the season. Incredible selection. Beat the holiday rush. It's all right here. Black Friday starts now at NFM. The best sellers, the latest trends, the hottest gifts, and amazing savings. Instantly save up to $750 on appliance purchases with 24-month financing available. Shop in-store and online. Have it delivered or use same-day drive-through pickup. Savings, huge selection, convenience. It's all right here. Black Friday starts now at NFM.
Two men once accused of kidnapping the 33-year-old woman. Color 10's Mike Landis is live tonight with these new charges and what court documents reveal about what happened to unravel this murder mystery.
Heather, the prosecutor here in Dallas County adding those two additional charges for both James Phelps and Timothy Norton that include first-degree murder as well as abandoning the corpse of Cassidy Rainwater. Now, we reached out to the sheriff here in Dallas County a little while ago. He was not able to provide any comment for us today, but we can tell you on the department's Facebook page, they did make a comment stating they do not have any evidence leading them to believe there are any more victims in this case. Cassidy Rainwater being the only one they believe was involved with this. Take a look here at the property over on Moon Valley Road. This is where those court documents reveal they dumped her remains after they murdered her. The shocking details included in this court document reveal a plot to kill Cassidy Rainwater and then get rid of the evidence. And we also learned from these documents the FBI interviewed Norton in late September. He confessed to helping Phelps strangle Rainwater, and then Norton detailed how they got rid of her body. The FBI says it also found a small crane on the property it believed was used in that crime. It's the kind used to process wild game animals. They also found human remains in the home and nearby, confirmed through DNA to be that of Cassidy Rainwater. You may recall she had been missing for several months, and the last person to see her alive, according to those court documents, was James Phelps. Of course, we'll have all the details from these court documents on our news app, also on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Live in Dallas County, I'm Mike Landis, Ozarks First.
At Cable Dahmer Cadillac, take the opportunity to
I don't believe that she is going to be the only one found there. Oh, pure evil.
No, that's a contradiction because in the last articles that we had, we read directly from them that there were up to 13 other sets of remains. So for him to say that now, that doesn't make any sense.
You're absolutely right.
I don't remember that. I remember that.
It was in the same article with the meat hooks and them claiming that there's no cannibalism to drink your box wine and eat your Cheetos.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up part one of the files.
Vanilla, I have a feeling they're going to stack charges on because there's a couple of other things that I feel they could have put on this.
Yeah, I think it's about to get a lot more involved. And we have to remember the landlord of that house, because with that property, we could not put Phelps on that property for some strange reason. Weird stuff. I think Phelps has been creepy for a long, long time.
Have they pled guilty or not guilty yet?
I think they pled not guilty.
Or did Norton plead guilty because he told the whole story?
I don't know. But I know the initial with Phelps was not guilty. Okay, guys, seriously, brace yourself.
I'm gonna pull this up on my end so I can see it.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually I can see it now. Okay. On August 25th, 2021, Dallas County Sheriff's Office received a missing persons report on Cassidy Rainwater, a 33-year-old female of the Lebanon, Missouri area. Upon speaking with the reporting party, Cora Terry, Chief Deputy Darren Cheek learned Cassidy was last seen approximately 6 weeks prior to the report. During follow-up investigations, Terry advised that the last person Cassidy was known to be in contact with was James Rainwater, which was later determined to be James Phelps, at 386 Moon Valley Road in Lebanon, Missouri, Dallas County. That same day, Deputy Chris Clark responded to 386 Moon Valley Road to perform a well check on Cassidy, but never located any sign of her. On September 1st, I responded to 386 and spoke to the subject identified as James Phelps. According to James, Cassidy had been staying with him until she could get back on her feet. Phelps told me that she had been staying there for a couple of weeks. Phelps told me that she was talking about going to Colorado. Phelps stated about a month prior to this date, Cassidy had left in the middle of the night. She had met with the vehicle at the end of the driveway in the dark, and he has not seen or heard from her since. On September 16, 2021, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, provided Dallas County Sheriff investigators with a series of photographs. These photographs were sent to the FBI as a cyber tip, and the series of photos have been titled Cassidy by the person who sent them. The series of photographs depicted a partially clothed female in a cage who was immediately recognizable as Cassidy. The remaining photographs depicted Cassidy's body bound to a gantry crane device, commonly used for processing wild game, and her evisceration and dismemberment.
You just can't make that stuff up. Let's go look at the pictures real quick about the cage that she was in case anyone missed it. Because this right here is real life. This is what movies are made of. And I'm gonna show you guys what the gantry crane is, and it has a couple deer on it. So if you have a problem with that, now's the time to go. I don't want to hear any hate stuff going on, because I'm just gonna ignore it. I gave you guys a warning. I don't feed into that shit. Anyone that knows me will tell you. Oh, this makes me sad. That's one big deer though. Me personally, I've never ate deer. I would never eat deer. I would never eat rabbit. I would never eat probably anything like that. Never had gator, never ate snake.
Oh my goodness.
None of that. Okay, so here's the cage. That was found on the property. And I'm almost convinced now that the cage was found on that red dot on the map. Hey, Elisa. I'm almost convinced. You know what I'm talking about? The aerial of the maps,
Yeah.
and they put that red dot. So this is the cage. And look at it. It's just charred. And then here it comes, guys. Cover your eyes. I'll let
If
you
you
know
just
when it's
walked
over.
in, if you just came in, we're about to show a picture with deer, and they're not. It's a hunting photo, so if you're sensitive to that, you might look away.
Yeah. Hello, Pamala. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now, what I found interesting about this picture was the way that the deer's legs are with those little, I don't know what they're called. I know nothing about hunting. But that to me is interesting. And they did this right in the open. Let me take it off the screen. I'm not trying to freak anyone out, but that is what they were. I just can't even. Let's go on with the article. Let's get through this hard part. Whew. Poor Cassidy.
I can't even imagine.
I can't either.
The comments are saying there were more than one cage.
Yeah, I've only seen the picture of the one cage. Okay, so the next one. Okay. Yeah, this is rough, guys. This is rough. But what Noah said earlier, Noah was correct. She goes, there may not be anything else involved with what's going on with Cassidy being found, but there's definitely more on that property. This is not James Phelps's first go around. You can't convince me of that to save my life. It's almost like they hide him in the system too, because we all know he's not in the system. Can't find him. You can find Norton, find this one, find that one, but you can call up to the Green Dallas County Jail and they'll tell you he's there, but you can't find him. Or unless one of you can find him, I would be like, hello, can't find him. But I'll tell you, Norton's got a couple of petty crimes besides the animal abuse thing, which was disgusting. He's got forgery, bad checks, like those little petty drug criminal crimes, in my opinion. Hey, Brenda. You know what I'm saying? Like those petty drug crimes.
Yeah, nothing violent. This is way off the charts.
All right. Here we go, guys. Let's get through this one and then the second one. So this is on Timothy Norton.
On August 25th, 21, Dallas County Sheriff's Office received a missing persons report. We just read all of that with James. They went out to do the wellness check on September 1st, 21. Sergeant Robbie Simmons responded to 386 Moon Valley and spoke to the subject identified as James Phelps. Didn't I just read this? I just read all of this down to the bottom.
Okay, let me move it down.
I think it's the exact same for both of them.
Okay, let's go to page 3.
I don't think I read that bottom paragraph, though.
Okay, let me see.
That same day, September 16th, Sergeant Robbie Simmons responded to 386 Moon Valley Road. Once on scene, Sergeant Simmons determined 386 Moon Valley Road was the same scene as the photographs provided to the FBI, and at the time, James Phelps was arrested and transported to the Dallas County Detention Center. Sergeant Simmons then secured the scene.
So supposedly that was the day when they were eating the human sandwiches and he was laughing about the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Creepers. All right, page number 3.
And this one is going to go a little bit more into details. So
I wonder if Cassidy met him pretending like he was the nice clergy at the church.
I've kind of been wondering that too.
She probably sat there every night, even like the neighbor said how nice Cassidy was. Like that just takes a special kind of special.
Well, she was getting back on her feet, and being that he's a clergyman, a lot of them will sometimes try to be in the position to help whenever somebody's in that position. So maybe he used his power of trust to trap her.
Horrible. But the fact too, like that's usually something that you kind of, I guess it's kind of personal. You would do it alone. The fact that he called up Norton, I mean, do you just call a regular friend and go, hey, I think I'm going to kill this chick. Why don't you come help me come over and dismember her? And then we're going to make sandwiches. Like, how do you even call someone to even be a part of this now? That's just not sitting well with me either. You just don't call a friend and go, hey, what's going on? You got any plans? I got a woman hanging in a cage in my backyard. And what? It makes no sense. Hey, Angel. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Just My Thoughts. Makes no sense. Okay, here we go. Good luck, girl.
Sergeant Robbie Simmons then contacted me, Chief Deputy Darren Cheek, and requested my assistance with the investigation. At the time, I applied for a search warrant for the property at 386 Moon Valley Road and several electronic device search warrants. Once I was able to acquire search warrants for the property and for electronic devices, the Dallas County Sheriff's Office, along with assistance from the FBI and the Greene County Sheriff's Office Crime Scene Unit, executed the search warrants. Over the next week, investigators processed the entire crime scene. During the processing of the crime scene, physical evidence was located, including a gantry crane located behind the residence. Located inside the residence was potential blood evidence and items from the freezer that appeared to be human flesh, dated 7/24. These items were sent to the crime.
Wait, pause,
Mhm.
pause. Did you guys, you need to lean in. The ones who told us we were crazy and they didn't have freezer bags with meat in it. Oh, they did. The detailed label was, the date was what, 7/24?
7/24.
My gosh. So detailed. 7/24. What in God's name? Does Missouri have the death penalty?
I hope so.
Because if anything deserves to go, this one is right. This is one of those cases that should definitely be thought about for something like that. Like, this is sick. Okay.
These items were sent to the crime lab for testing, which the lab confirmed to be consistent with Cassidy's DNA. Skeletal remains believed to be Cassidy's were located on the adjacent property where Phelps had disposed of them. Investigators were also able to locate digital evidence on the electronics used and seized. These digital evidence was sent to the computer forensic lab to be analyzed. While being analyzed, messages between James Phelps and Timothy Norton were uncovered, planning the murder of Cassidy on July 24th, 2021. On September 17th, 2021, Dallas Sheriff Police Officer Sergeant Labby and Agent Atwood of the FBI attempted to interview James Phelps. During this interview, Phelps invoked his right to an attorney and refused to answer any questions. On September 20th, 2021, FBI agents Atwood and Heath interviewed Timothy Norton at the Dallas County Sheriff's Office. During this interview, Norton subsequently confessed to the murder of Cassidy. Norton told agents that Phelps asked Norton to come over while Cassidy was still sleeping. Norton stated that Phelps had Cassidy sleep on the floor by the door of the cabin, the front door of the cabin, so they had easy access to attack her. Norton stated that he held her legs down while Phelps strangled her and placed a bag over her head. Norton stated that after Cassidy was deceased, he and Phelps took a short break before carrying her body outside. Norton stated that Phelps then bound her to the gantry crane and Phelps began to eviscerate and dismember her. Norton then Cassidy's
You okay over there?
No.
Okay.
Dismembered body into the residence and placed her body into the bathroom tub. Which, remember, guys, they had meat hooks in their shower when the police came the first time.
Yeah, they did have meat hooks.
After agents Atwood and Heath concluded the interview with Norton, Chief Deputy Darren Cheek placed Norton under arrest for the kidnapping and murder of Cassidy.
Your mic just got a little crinkly, girl. You might want to go and come back in.
Okay.
I think that story took her mic out. Stop reading about this stuff. Is this not absolutely horrible? That this man Phelps and calls his buddy Norton, hey, come on over. Let's talk. Well, you know what? He went from he was called over to help him to they planned it out. Yeah, Norton was probably just as much as into it, but I think that Phelps has been doing stuff like this much longer. I could be wrong, but man, he's saying like a little bird.
Well, I'm sorry, but like I told,
hey Juju, hey Junie, Juju, hey Kenny.
If this was the first time, I don't think he would have been so clever to be like, hey, I have a gantry hook in the backyard. We can just dispose of her. He knew how to, that he had steps to his process. This was something they had down.
So Juju doesn't know the players in this game, so let me show her real fast. Cassidy and the two creepers.
I think Cassidy was in her 30s.
Yeah, she was closer to 40, but she was still in her 30s. I'm going to share my whole screen for 1 sec, guys, so I can't see comments. So I can show you these two pictures. So you guys who do not know who we're talking about, this is Cassidy Rainwater. Rest in peace. horrible what they did to her. Disgusting. I think they should go hang them on a little crane like that and set them out with peanut butter on them in the woods. Is that mean? And here's creeper and creepier.
Pamela, she was your cousin?
Is she back?
She is in here.
Yes.
She keeps
Pamala,
saying
33. Her cousin. I'm so sorry, Pamala. And these are the creepers. Norton on the right and Mr. Phelps on the left.
Pamela, I am shaken.
I feel bad
cannot
for
even
her.
imagine.
I'm sorry.
I cannot even imagine.
Yeah, they need to be hung on one of those things and put peanut butter all over them. Just put some peanut butter, excuse my French, on their ball sacks and like hang them out there naked. I'm sorry. But what they did is...
I watch a lot of true crime. I watch a lot of true crime. But this is one of those stories that has had
Mercedes.
Nightmares and just shaken.
Yeah, we got one more article. Let's listen to this one last video we're going to play on these creepers. Unbelievable. And we're digging. We finally found Phelps. Now we can start digging in this little boy's history. We're actually who did we just Facebook friend Norton's wife? Ex-wife?
I can't remember. I think it was more on Jeanette's side. James.
No. She was a Schneider originally, and she's a Norton now. That was Luju, whatever. That's James's. Timothy's wife.
All I knew is they're friends, and I'm trying to be nosy.
And that weird connection. Yep. Yeah, there's more involved. And, we can't forget, guys, we're going to have to show you the map again. So what is the other one's name? Kenneth Smith?
Kenneth Smith.
Okay. Well, he could be the one who I'm almost thinking that he might have had part in setting that place on fire.
Oh, I absolutely believe it.
Yeah, somebody set it on fire, and I believe that he did. Okay, let's check this last one out. I feel so bad for Pamela. I feel bad we're talking about her cousin, and her cousin went through this right now, It's just like, But people need to know, like, you have to be careful. Even, Pamela, do you know how Cassidy knew James? Like, did she go to church and he was
she
the
said they met at dinner.
Oh, creeper. If I was the judge, I would say put peanut butter on his ball sacks, hang him by his ankles out in the middle of the woods. I know, guys, I'm horrible.
But honestly, if they're talking about this being an entire cannibal ring, there should be a lot of awareness because
everybody who lives in this district, Nilla, you can come stay with me. Everyone needs to leave Lebanon, Missouri. It's just creepy. But Kenneth Smith, and then remember the owner of the house. We're going to show them the property deed. This house is weird, guys. This address is strange. Someone in the side chat said that they were squatters. But you have to remember, this is what's weird with Timothy and James. These guys are not new best friends, okay? These guys go back to 1997?
No, before that. At least 30 years.
Hey, just my thoughts. Hey, Michelle P. Hey, Tang Lex. Say that 3 times fast. Yeah, these guys have been friends for a while. And the map that we showed you, it's like every year that one of them live in a different county, the other one is right up the other one's ass. But never an address together. The only address connecting is the Moon Valley. But when did Phelps supposedly start claiming that as his address? 2012?
Yeah, it was after 2010.
Yeah, I think it was 2012. And then Norton lived there back, 96?
94?
Oh, okay.
And then
something like that.
Kenneth Smith has also been linked to that address, and
Yes.
every time he moves
Yeah.
around the map with them.
Yeah, let me show you guys Kenneth Smith for you that do not know who we're talking about.
Kenny, I'm in Texas. I hear no sirens.
Where are you, Kenneth? Another creeper, full-blown creeper. I mean, creeper. And another one that seems to have his address connects very close when these people move around. But they always end up back on this property. And we did find out, though, what was it? The owner had a different name.
Warren.
It's Warren Raymond.
Yeah.
How do I remember this shit? This is crazy.
This is a mind-blowing case right here. This is just nuts. How do people like
so here's, yeah, Raymond Warren, and they went with the Y and then no Y, and he has a different name. We're going to have to dig into him too, but this is the man who I am convinced set that fire. Let me share my screen, and then we'll check out this video, just so you guys know who we're talking about. This lovely guy right here. The one that is on the sexual predator list. We're not going to pull that up tonight, but he's got a nice address, Moon Valley Road. He was living there in 2015. I think he's the fire starter. My opinion. Pamela, do you know anything about this man? Kenneth Smith? Look at how mean he looks.
She said that Cassidy's grandpa owned the property next door.
But that doesn't matter. This man right here is a creeper. And, you know, it's weird because a lot of these creepers that we were talking about earlier, and this is a serious trigger warning, a lot of people that are interested in eating people seem to have a very interest common with being a sexual predator. I don't know why. It's just weird. Like the one guy said he's been thinking about eating people since he was 4 years old. Remember the one who bought the axe, but the girl never showed up?
What was his name? Bulger?
What did you say?
His name was like Bulger or something? Bulger?
Yeah, creepy is what his name is.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's in Missouri City, no, Kansas City. But yeah, just too many creepers involved. And all of their friends were creepers, and their friends were creepers. And there's more than these two guys. I'm telling you, this is definitely a little inside organization. And somehow, I believe that James Phelps was making money somehow. I am almost convinced. Let's watch this video.
Juju, we found the Cannibal Club.
Yeah, there's a Cannibal Club going on, guys. But not only that, but there's a lot of missing people in the area that these guys have been in that area that went missing. And we have to remember, good old Norton was a truck driver, and we still don't know what the route was. Was it city to city, or was it, state to state? That's even scarier. But why did he spill, he really spilled the beans. Like, that guy just, excuse me, had diarrhea of the mouth. And that's weird to me. If he was really, I don't know.
He might be trying to get himself a deal.
Yeah, he should have called the cops.
The one who speaks first gets the best deal, right?
No, he should have called the cops when James sent him a text that he needed help doing what he was going to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Nita Phillips, we talked about it and read the article. This guy did, man. He bought the axe. He was going to meet the 14-year-old. Thank God she didn't show up. Something happened that she couldn't go. But yeah, he just got out of prison. He was in prison for a long time. He's a creeper. Ooh. Okay.
Cassidy Rainwater. An attorney for one of the men accused of kidnapping Cassidy Rainwater is preparing for a criminal hearing this week by filing new motions. Court documents show an attorney for James Phelps filed a motion to ask for information related to the case and a motion for bond reduction. A bond hasn't been set for Phelps, but a crew that's working on the case anticipates those motions will be discussed on November 19th during the next court to judge back on November 1st.
He just has the look of pure evil in his face. Pure evil. There's nothing there. He's just like a dark, empty soul. Girl, what else are we missing on this update?
Pamela, is there anything else we should know?
Oh yeah, the Meet Me site, which is interesting. I don't know. I know nothing about this site, guys. Let me show it to you. It seems like a lot of these people in this group are on this Meet Me site. Hey, Meet Me, do you like your ribs barbecued or do you want them honey glazed? I'm only kidding.
There's a truly special person for that guy.
I know nothing about this site, but I hope this is not the Meet Me site that they were meeting people on. But they like this site. Jessica, stop. You're going to get me in trouble. People like wait for me to laugh and they go, I can't believe you're laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at my head, wrapping it around it. But this is, they're all on this site. Norton's on it. He's on it. Even the wife is a little bit kind of getting a little weird in my opinion. James Phelps' wife, ex-wife, whatever. Your new Facebook friend.
Ugh. It's a frenemy, okay?
Yeah, you should send her a message and ask her what she thinks about her brother. Maybe she'll start talking to you. Ask her what the Meet Me site is. Hey, you think I can get lucky on that Meet Me site? Isn't it weird, though, the whole entire name, now that you think about it, and what Jessica put out there? What if it is like the Meet Me site? Like,
I mean, they did take a lot of digital evidence.
Well, a lot of digital evidence.
Oh, wow. Pamela said there were 2 freezers full. They made the girls eat like animals off the ground.
Kara, she was found. Her skull and other parts of her were found like on the neighboring property, but I don't think it could be the neighboring golf property. Like, and then Pamela said that her father owned the other property. So I don't know what property she was found on, but she was found. It sounded like they struggled with the DNA.
More than one victim. They're trying to deny it, but they've already said in another article that there were potentially 13 others. So I'm going to go with what they originally said.
Juju, an article. Can you find that? I hate to ask you this. Can we find that first article that we read about Phelps going into the meat hooks, and then Phelps talking about eating the human sandwiches and giving the neighbor ribs, and everyone said, oh, no, you guys are so wrong. That's not what's going on. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me you do not have meat hooks in your bathroom. Hey, Andy. Kenny, stop. You're going to get me in trouble. Jeez. That you don't wait, I'm really trying to make light of that. Meet me. I can't get over this now. It's like is that a coincidence? Hey, Mercer. Yeah, I really do kind of laugh when I get like, trigger
coping mechanism.
It is a coping mechanism. But meet me. That's pretty creepy. But remember the first article?
Yeah, I'm trying to look back.
And everyone said, no. Oh, yes. And that even had in there about the remains that were found in the oil tankers on the property.
That's right. Hold on. I think I might be close to it. Hold on.
Let me go into my history. Yeah, let's see if we can find the original article, because I think that article rings major truth now.
Too convenient to walk back on it now.
Hang on one second, guys. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm going back in my history. The first article that I see on her is House of Dallas County. Let me see. Oh, it's big though, so we definitely read this one before. Oh, this is when the house burned down. 1 second. The anonymous person showing rainwater in the cage. And who did that end up being, that girl's name?
I don't remember. I don't know.
The girl we figured out who the person was that was sharing the photos.
Oh, Cora Terry.
Cora. Yeah, I can't find that article, but it was just like, I'm honestly thinking that
I might have it.
I'm still looking. 1 second, guys. Second man connected. Yeah, that water, I think that article is truth. Is this it? Oh, I think this one was actually updated. Oh, yeah, it was updated. This one has new information, too. Let me stop the video. So I'm gonna really just go with that. Meet me is just a coincidence. I have to assume that, but it's weird how they were all involved in this website.
But who's to say that he didn't meet other people?
Oh, hang on 1 second. 1 sec. Okay, what'd you say?
There's every possibility that he could have met women off of that site.
Yeah. They're
I mean,
both
if they
on
met
it.
for dinner, could he have met her through the app? Maybe Pamela would know that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's Pamela. Was Cassidy on any sites like Meet Me or anything like that? Curious. That's interesting. If they met for dinner. Oh, Cora is a longtime friend of the family. Well, supposedly, Pamela, she's the one that sent the pictures in. Did you read that part today about Cora? How come I missed that? I didn't hear that this time.
I don't feel like I heard that part either. I'm not sure.
Yeah, where is that part? Hang on, guys. We're missing something. We're missing something.
It's been a few days since we've done this.
Yeah, remember, this is low budget, guys. Let me see what I have. Yeah, something about Cora. I don't know. You read it from somewhere.
The affidavit.
The PDF file. Let's open that up real quick. I don't see it on the affidavit. I'm going to open up the PDF file. Yeah, something about Cora. Pamela gave images of something. Okay, well, we'll read it to you and maybe you can help clarify it. But I'm going to join this Meet Me site and see if I can see what's going on in there. I'm going to make my screen name Lack of Lamb. I'm only kidding. You have to honestly pray that's a coincidence. Meet me and meet me.
When you said it the first time, that's honestly what I thought. Oh, I might have it. I have the drone footage. Hold on 1 sec. I'm still looking through my messages with you.
Wait. You said that when you first saw the Meet Me Club, you thought it was MEAT in your mind?
Yes.
Oh, this case has gotten to you.
I'm having dreams about this.
All right. Thought maybe we don't have a file.
Oh, I think I do. We message so much throughout the day that it's everywhere. So
I don't remember the part about Cora. This is the same thing that we read.
there it is. It's in the top paragraph. On August 25th.
Oh. Okay, hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. I see it. Okay.
Dallas County Sheriff's Office received a missing persons report on Cassidy Rainwater, a 33-year-old female of the Lebanon, Missouri area. Upon speaking with the reporting party, Cora Terry, Chief Deputy Darren Cheek learned Cassidy was last seen approximately 6 weeks prior to the report, and during follow-up investigations, Terry advised that the last person to have seen Cassidy was known to be James Rainwater, which was later determined to be James Phelps at 3836 Moon Valley Road in Lebanon, Missouri, within Dallas County.
Okay, so Pamela, what do you think about that? Pamela, do you want to come up and tell us about Cassidy and what you know about this? Juju, there might be 13 victims. We're looking for that first article. And we can go back with that, and we could probably wrap it up on that one unless Pamela wants to come up. Corey was babysitting her son.
Aww.
But how would she have gotten those pictures of, like, weird?
Well, if he was bragging about it, maybe he sent them to her. Maybe Pamela knows.
Because I really thought they did say that they found the pictures, and first they found them on the dark web. Then they found them in Phelps' phone. Here's the fake news warning from Sheriff Rice.
Yeah, fake news.
I'm looking through my history real quick to find that first article. Maybe they took it away. I can't find it. Anyways, the story went. You remember the story, right?
Not 100%. Hold on.
The cops went there and they saw the hooks in the bathroom.
Yeah. So I guess they got a tip, and the tip led them to come over to the property. And when they got to the property, they were walking around, and through the outside window, they were able to look inside and see those meat hooks. And when he realized that was pretty much done deal for him, this is more than just pictures. So then at that point, they went in and arrested.
I'm reading this article that was updated to see if it has anything. But it's just actually going on about what they did again. But they still give you the number to call if you know anything about this case.
Oh, I would.
If you're sitting there saying that there's no one else involved and blah blah, so why, if there's anyone who believes they have information regarding this case, call this number, because you know.
Oh, I know.
And then the house just burning down to the ground. Let's see what this little podcast is. Kenneth Smith, where are you? Pamela, do you know who Kenneth Smith is? I mean, have you heard of him? Oh, I don't want to go. I think there's more involved than that, Pamela. We showed you the map of the girls that have mysteriously gone missing in those little areas and those 3 little triangle points, like a truck route. I do love speculating sometimes, but it just makes sense. But why would Tim Norton spill the beans like that? It's almost like, I don't know, like, hey, Kimmer, like, why would he do that? Because he wants to get the better deal and he knows he's busted? I bet you Phelps wanted to strangle him after he confessed.
Do you think he knows that he confessed, or do you think he...
Oh, I'm sure he knows now. Oh, he knows now. Are you kidding me? They get to watch TV and stuff. All right, let's see what this is about. It's 10 minutes though, but this is everything we know. And this was updated today. So, and this might have the story about when but then supposedly the cops came in. They were sitting at the table eating a human sandwich. Then they said in the beginning that in the freezer there was detailed freezer bag whatever of meat whatever. And people were like, "No, that's false." But they're hello, 724 freezer bag meat. That's true.
I mean, it's so far-fetched. It's not even fathomable that somebody could do that, which is why you cannot convince me. And yes, I saw Pamela's comment, the Springfield van. Yeah,
Yeah.
this has been going on for way too long.
Yeah, we totally believe that. We totally believe that this is might be connected to that. It's just weird.
Mhm.
And a few more. And then you have the thing too about, the women that do have the street walking business and they go out and get fingerprinted, God forbid they go missing. But, there's a couple of them in their little area that were missing at this time. There's a few of them. And the pregnant girl.
That's right.
The pregnant girl on the phone talking to her boyfriend, and boom, she's gone. But are they all connected? Absolutely not. Did we think that the cannibalism was going to be confirmed? I was kind of hoping it wasn't, but here we are.
I really wanted to come back saying we were crazy.
Yeah, me too. Pamela, I really hope that her children do not see any of this or know any of this. All right, let's see what this podcast is. And I'm going to use the little girl's room real quick. And you know what, though? This is good for people that do not know the whole entire story, like Juju and a couple of them that just don't know the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. It's good to catch up.
A missing woman. Photos of her in a cage, partially nude. 2 men arrested and charged with kidnapping. And a house one of those men lived in burned to the ground the night before they were expected in court for the first time. And many, many rumors on social media and among those living in Dallas County and surrounding communities in Southwest Missouri. What happened to Cassidy Rainwater? And are the rumors true?
An investigation continues in Dallas County tonight.
They kept a missing woman locked in a cage at a home in Lebanon.
According to court records, James Phelps and Timothy Norton are each charged with 1 count of first-degree kidnapping.
With no word on Cassidy's whereabouts, rumors coming from the tight-knit community are now spreading across county lines.
I'm Jennifer Abreu. The facts in this episode have been reported on ozarksfirst.com, a local TV station in Springfield, Missouri. Its coverage area includes Dallas County, where this case took place. The clips you will hear have aired on Color 10. The disappearance. The Dallas County Sheriff's Office says 33-year-old Cassidy Rainwater was last seen in mid-July of 2021. She was reported missing by a relative on August 25th, and the search for her began. 1 week later, on September 1st, a detective talked to James Phelps at his home in Lebanon. Phelps reportedly told the detective Cassidy Rainwater had been staying with him until she could get back on her feet. According to court documents, Phelps said Rainwater had been talking about going to Colorado. Phelps also told the detective that about a month before that, Rainwater left in the middle of the night and met a vehicle at the end of the driveway in the dark, and that he hadn't seen or heard from her since. The detective noticed a loft on the property. That's where Rainwater was allegedly staying, and the detective said it looked like the place had been stripped, but they didn't notice anything belonging to Rainwater at the loft. The tipster. Court documents state on September 16th, an FBI agent in Kansas City contacted the Dallas County Sheriff's Office about an anonymous tip the FBI had received. The tipster reportedly told the agent there was a photo of a missing person, Cassidy Rainwater, floating around the web. In that photo, Rainwater was partially nude and in a cage. That same day, local investigators received a search warrant for James Phelps' cell phone. Court records show they found 7 photos of Cassidy Rainwater partially nude being held in a cage on his property. During the investigation, detectives also identified Timothy Norton as being connected to the case. According to court records, Norton was interviewed on September 19th and told investigators he was a truck driver and lived in his truck even when he wasn't actively working. Norton was interviewed again the next day, and that's when police say Norton confessed he knew Rainwater was being held at the home of James Phelps in a cage. Court documents say he also told detectives that on July 24th, Phelps contacted him to come to his home and help restrain Rainwater, which he says he did.
2 men in Dallas County are facing charges.
Norton confessed to investigators he knew Rainwater was being held in the cage.
James Phelps and Timothy Norton were arrested and charged with kidnapping. Their first court date was scheduled for October 5th. The fire. The house on Moon Valley Road, where Phelps lived, caught fire around 9:30 p.m. on October 4th. That's the night before he and Norton were scheduled to appear in court. Fire crews from multiple stations responded. At one point, a Dallas County deputy found something that resembled a tripwire. That's when the Springfield Bomb Squad was called in. The bomb squad arrived around 1:30 a.m. on October 5th, and shortly after, they detonated an explosive device near the area of the fire.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Hearing nothing.
No further information was available about this incident at the time. The house was a total loss. An incident report from the Springfield Fire Department released a week after the fire shows 2 devices were found there. The report says the devices were made with mortar tubes, balloons, and coiled fuses with a tripwire attached. You can read the entire report on ozarksfirst.com. A few hours after the fire, James Phelps and Timothy Norton appeared in court through video conference.
Mr. Norton, are you able to hear us?
Phelps is in the Dallas County Jail. Norton is in the Greene County Jail.
Mr. Norton, we're setting your case for preliminary hearing.
Their appearance was quick. The judge only took a few minutes to set up a preliminary hearing. They will be back in court on November 5th.
And that will be at 9:30 a.m. We'll see you here in the courtroom on that date. That's all I have for you today, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Around the Ozarks, a community in Dallas County is searching for answers. Bailey Stroll is live at the Dallas County Sheriff's Office tonight. Bailey, how is the community reacting to this case?
Well, Heather, we stopped at a few places in Dallas County today just hoping to speak with folks who know something about Cassidy Rainwater's case or about those who are suspected of holding her against her will. But unfortunately, nobody wanted to talk on camera, including people here at the Dallas County Sheriff's Office. And it seems now that there's more rumors circulating about this case than actual information being released.
We haven't explicitly reported on what the rumors floating around are. We don't want to add fuel to the fire, and as a news organization, we don't want to spread information that is not confirmed to be true. But you have probably heard it all on TikTok videos, Reddit threads, other social media sites, or word of mouth. If you are not familiar with the speculations, they include people wondering if this case could be much bigger than a missing persons case, if it could involve many more in addition to Cassidy Rainwater, and if it could include more crimes, more gruesome crimes, and even cross state lines.
This afternoon, we also stopped by a small store just down the road from that property. The owner tells us with very little information coming from authorities, it's left her customers to stand around and speculate, sharing rumors that the owner says she would never want to repeat.
But the Dallas County Sheriff, Scott Rice, says people need to stop believing everything they hear. A couple of days after the court appearance on October 7th, the Dallas County Sheriff, Scott Rice, posted to the Sheriff's Office Facebook page, saying in part, quote, "There is a lot of misinformation and rumors regarding the Cassidy Rainwater case being circulated across social media and various news platforms," end quote. The sheriff said he understands people's impatience and curiosity, but said a crime investigation takes time and that the public is not, quote, entitled to a play-by-play of an ongoing investigation, end quote. Sheriff Rice said when investigators feel it's appropriate to release more information, they will. Until then, he says, all parties involved with Cassidy Rainwater's case have been arrested, and the sheriff's office does expect additional charges to be filed. As of the recording of this episode on October 11th, the Dallas County Sheriff's Office has not released any other details, nor has it said if rainwater has been found. You can watch Color 10 on Channel 10 if you live nearby, or stream it on ozarksfirst.com, where all new updates will be posted as soon as we learn more. This episode was produced by yours truly and made possible thanks to the reporting of the Ozarks First digital team.
Shredder, I actually liked the music. I thought that was a great podcast put together. So how many of you got people out there honestly think that this was James Phelps' first little run-in with somebody like this? Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, poor Pamela.
I can't even imagine.
I think there's going to be more things coming out, unfortunately. Ozarks First. I don't even like that name, Ozarks. I got a feeling, too, they got something to do with the name. 6 hours ago. Same article that we just read. Oh, here we go, 47 minutes ago. People are mad because of the rumors being called crap.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Yeah, I'm going to let you have this one.
I mean, honestly, it's
horror.
You know, if we were out here just spreading misinformation, but don't try to make it sound like we are and come out 2 weeks later and everything that's been said is true.
And then he ignored my phone calls. I'm like, what? Really? You couldn't even call me back?
Kimberly, no, it was strangulation.
I don't think so, Kenny. I hope so, but this is, I think this is an organized situation.
Very organized.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Kimmer, the problem with that is that the fire had booby traps for detonation devices, and sometime during that investigation, hopefully they got everything they needed. Somebody detonated that device, and there pretty much isn't a property left, really.
Let me show you the property picture real quick. Actually, let me show you at the end, we'll end it with the drone footage because that shows everything. Do we have, I got to find the drone footage link. I think I have that in history. But this is out 40. Yeah, let me open up Discord. This is out 47 minutes ago. This is all you, Sheriff Rice.
Community reacts to Cassidy Rainwater's death after Missouri sheriff called rumors crap.
Sheriff Rice is not happy, and I honestly hope that he's not going to be sheriff again because he's just mean. Grumpy old man. He's going to come and arrest me. She has such a sweet smile, too. Peanut butter and rope, I tell you, hang them outside.
According to court documents, Cassidy Rainwater's remains have been found on a property belonging to the two men accused of kidnapping her and keeping her in a cage. James Phelps and Timothy Norton have been charged with first-degree murder, and they are also facing charges for the abandonment of a corpse. The news comes after months of speculation about her death. On September 16th, Dallas County Sheriff's deputies and the FBI agents served a warrant at the home of James Phelps looking for 33-year-old Cassidy Rainwater in a rural area about 3.5 hours. I can't see. Southeast of Kansas City. The missing woman was last seen in July. 2 days later, the sheriff's office announced 58-year-old James Phelps has been arrested for her kidnapping, and 3 days after that, Timothy Norton would face the same charge. The sheriff's office said additional details couldn't be released because of the extreme nature of the case. There were too many rumors.
Wait. There's something weird there. Something doesn't add up right there.
Yes.
So James Phelps got arrested first. 3 days later, Timothy Norton. How does that work?
Maybe he was on the road?
Wait. If he's the one that spilled the beans, how is that even possible?
Well, I think what it said was they approached James first, and he refused. He got his Fifth Amendment and a lawyer. And then they approached Timothy, and Timothy opened up.
No, I get that. But Timothy was arrested 3 days after Phelps. So he came in and gave this crazy, outrageous story what they did, and then they just let him walk and arrested him 3 days later? That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not sure we need clarification.
Yeah, that might be like a complete mess up, but that right there is completely weird. Something's like not right about that whole entire statement. So then,
go ahead.
I mean, you think about it. Supposedly, now the pictures were sent by Cora.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the pictures being sent by Cora were putting James Phelps in the picture, and then maybe James Phelps somehow tied Norton, and then when Norton got arrested, he spilled the beans like a baby. I'm just putting out an idea. Okay, let me duct tape my mouth.
There were too many rumors, and they were so bizarre there was no way for it to be true, Dallas County resident Katie Heflin said. In October, Sheriff Scott Rice posted on Facebook addressing what he called fake news, blasting bloggers eating cheese puffs and drinking boxed wine, saying 99.99999% of rumors were inaccurate. Oh my God.
I love that. Say that. No, say that part again. The whole box wine and cheese puff. Say it again. I love when you do the 9 part. Say it. Oh my God, say it again.
Blasting bloggers eating cheese puffs and drinking box wine, saying 99.99999% of rumors were inaccurate.
I just snorted. Oh, that's great shit. Okay, here we go. I can't.
So annoyed with him. There's a lot of misinformation and rumors regarding Cassidy Rainwater's case being circulated across social media and various news platforms. While I understand the impatience and curiosity of people, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. It's not a good idea to listen to crime reporters and bloggers or TikTok videos that sit in their apartment or their mommy and daddy's basement eating great value cheese puffs and drinking box wine with grand intentions of being a social media superstar. If you're hanging on every word of this type of crap, believing it to be fact, then you're living in a fantasy world. This isn't a TV series or a movie where we go to commercial breaks and have lab results in 15 minutes. Searching a crime scene for 7 days and 24 hours a day takes that long, 168 hours. 99.99999% of what has been posted on social media is crap, he says capitally. Wednesday, court documents reveal September 16th.
Girl, I think that's a repeat, though. I don't want to read that part again. That's like everything that we just wrote about all the. So this is the most important part right here for us on the next step, unless, of course, they come out with a update. But they go to court November 23rd, and then Phelps will be November 19th. So he's first. Phelps is the 19th, which is 3 more days, guys. And then Norton's the 23rd. And remember, they're also being kept in different jails. You got Phelps in Dallas County, and you got Norton in Greene County. How I remember this shit is beyond me. 99. Oh my God, I love that. He doesn't like me, the sheriff. We called him a couple of times. I think his deputy thinks we're okay, but he doesn't call back.
No, I think he's sour, and now I'm a little bit salty, so.
After I mentioned the Cheetos and the box wine, I think he's like, yeah, screw them. I'm not calling them back. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else on Cassidy? Pamela, I feel bad talking about Cassidy with Pamela. But people need to know this is real. And there might be more to this than, which I have a feeling that James Phelps is a very strange man for a very long time. And Norton's not looking too good himself. He looks like a complete weirdo in my eyes.
I mean, it's hard to argue that they aren't at this point.
Yeah, they're definitely strange.
I mean, for me, and I hate to say it, these two are 15 levels higher than the doll keeper in terms of just absolute awful.
And for you that don't know, let's not forget that Cassidy Rainwater's mother was a mysterious disappearance as well.
Pamela, while she was here, was saying that while they had her, they were telling her that they did the same thing to her mother. She said that before she said that that was her cousin, so I didn't know if she was just saying it, but then...
What in the entire F? Let's pull up the article on Cassidy's mom.
And being that Cassidy's grandfather's property was next door, it would kind of line up that they would know the mom to do that.
Yeah, next time we do a live on these guys, we're going to know a lot more on Mr. Phelps. But where is the one about her mom? So what year? We got to figure that out. What year did Cassidy's mom? I forget what year she went missing. There's so many.
I want to say it was around 10 years ago, but that's going off my memory and I'm not sure.
Look at you with your little papers over there.
I know.
Okay, let me show you guys the picture of the fire, the burned up property. Oh, let me find the drone video while I show this picture, though. And we'll end it with the drone footage because that footage shows everything. And you even see the Springfield 3 van. Yeah, that's actually some really good drone footage. Let me find that. 1 second, guys. Is there anything else that we're forgetting tonight with
I don't think so.
these weirdos? So that was the initial article. It was up to 13 other people, bodies in the back of, what they say, oil tankers?
Oil tankers.
Right.
Which there goes my
They
mind.
said the exact words were human remains were found in oil tankers on the property. Butcher hooks in the bathroom. Something about eating a human sandwich and serving the neighbor's ribs.
And Pamela did confirm that again when she was in here.
And yes, so far, James Phelps has pled not guilty. But it looks like Timothy Boyd took a deal and spilled his little beans, which is a good thing.
Her mom was missing in 2007.
Yeah, look at that, 2007. And Norton's tied back to that property for a long time. Now it's really time to start digging. What happened to Vanilla? Oh, I'm sorry, Vanilla. 2007. All right, guys. I am going to wrap it up after this drone footage. Is there anything else we're missing? Let me stop this.
I don't know of anything else.
Yes, we are, Pamala. We're praying for you and your family. Yeah, we don't need to talk about the horrible things with Cassidy anymore now. Now we'll deal with Creeper. And I'm still very curious who started that fire, because it wasn't Frick or Frack. They were in jail. But somebody went there. And guys, pay attention to this drone footage, because I think there's 3 or 4 fires, but they're so like apart, and they're so like isolated to one area. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense for what they were doing now.
Hey, Marion. Mom went missing in 2007, but now we're hearing that Cassidy's grandfather owned the property next door. Now it's time.
That's what Pamela said.
Yeah, we're gonna dig in the properties, the deeds, and we're gonna find out everything, guys. We finally found Phelps tonight. We're gonna do another live and talk about only the properties and the creepers. But yeah. And even when we go back on the maps, that other one, oh my gosh, what's his name? Kenneth Smith. He's always in the same area at the same time as frickin' Frack. Right? He's at a couple places.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even the P.O. boxes. It's really weird.
Even the P.O. boxes. Now it's time to start digging. All right, guys, we're going to end it on this drone video. Thank you all for coming in. Iconic, thank you as always.
Thank you.
All right, guys, stay vigilant and keep your babies safe. Here we go. Rest in peace, Cassidy. And Pamela, I am really sorry for. This is horrible. Like, this is what the nightmares are made of. These two are monsters. And if anyone is on that site, meet me. I think you guys probably need to get off of there. That's probably not a good thing.
Like yesterday.
Meet me. Oh, you can't make that up. Meet me. I never even thought about it as that until they said it in the chat. See, my head doesn't even go there. All right, guys, have a good night. Come on, you can do it. Let me close this. Meet me. Let me go full screen. You see how isolated these fires are?
It's like they knew exactly where they wanted stuff burned.
Yep, and that could be the Springfield 3 van. Don't go on there, Juju. We think it's like a really neat MEAT me. Yeah, they're all on it. Norton's on it. Phelps is on it. But look at how perfectly isolated the fires are. And that van. Oh, look at, there's 2 vans. I mean, we got 2 options. You cannot make it up. Let me stay on this page so it doesn't buffer. So I don't see chat. Oh. And all those little different shacks. Let me stay out of full. Nah, it's the website. It's gonna buffer. Isn't that creepy, guys? It's a cannibal club. Oh, Juju, after we found out about this story, we started going onto the dark web with like hey, Julianne, with like the Tors and the VPN protectors. And yeah, that place was crazy. These people started IMing and sending messages. We were like, oh, we are out of here. We deleted everything.
Oh my gosh, it's terrifying.
I kept waiting. We were joking around, waiting for like a little box just to pop up on the screen and go like, "Hello, how are you?" I'm like, "Put a Band-Aid over your camera."
Oh, I did.
Ah. But look at how isolated these fires are. It just makes you go, I mean, you can see two of them right there, one at the center and one to the left. I mean, the fires were perfectly just,
And it didn't even burn the firewood.
and it didn't even burn the firewood. The firewood's lined up perfect. You're right. The question is, guys, who set the fire? Very organized, Marianne. Yes. Look at the firewood. Let me pause it. This part is amazing. Okay, look at the firewood. It's not even touched. It sits what, 4 feet away, 5 feet away?
The sorcery.
So that means that that fire couldn't have been moving towards that wood. Look at how perfect that fire is set. And we can't forget about the neighbor and that video of the woman. Because that woman very well now could have been, gosh, I don't even want to think about it.
We're going to have to keep checking for arrests for arson in the area.
Yes, we are.
Any day now, I expect to see Kenny pop up.
Right? It's almost like those wrong turn videos with all those automobiles laying around. Like, who do they belong to? I don't even know if I want to know. But guys, with that, we'll have more on these guys. And we'll play the video next time of the woman at the water that looks like she has, in my opinion, no bottoms on. It's definitely a strange situation to look at.
Kenny, it better not be you. If you're the same Kenneth, you cannot be here.
No. Kenny is not that one. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming in. And have a good night. Night, Iconic.
Good night.
No meet me, Vanilla. Oh, God, no meet me. You want, is it a barbecued or a honey glazed meet me? I'm only kidding. Oh, guys, stop. Good night, guys.